Welcome back to Mung Bean Soup of the Soul, Mung Bean Soup for the Soul. We're reading from Dr. Hiromi Shinya's book, The Microbe Factor. Dr. Hiromi Shinya is the number one endoscopic surgeon in the world, according to his peers, and he has performed over 370,000 colonoscopies. He is co-inventor of the colonoscopy. He's been practicing since the mid-60s with great fervor. Today we're going to read about nutritional science and organic food. We just finished up a section on fermentation, or fermented foods, and how important the soil and keeping it organic, essentially, keeping it natural is so much more important than feeding it with chemical fertilizers and pesticides and herbicides and germicides and things you don't want in your insides. So nutritional science and organic food. In the U.S., to be sure, there is an increasing trend towards environmentally friendly farming methods. In organic farming or natural farming, pesticides and chemical fertilizers are not employed. In order to call produce organic, it must be cultivated in soil where pesticides or chemical fertilizers have not been used for 3 years or more prior to seeding. The farmer must refrain from using prohibited pesticides or chemical fertilizers during the cultivation period, and the farmer cannot use seeds which have been genetically modified or altered. Additionally, foods certified organic have not been processed using synthesized additives or chemicals, and the major ingredients of the processed food, excluding water and salt, should contain 95% or more organically grown foods free from genetic manipulation. With regard to livestock produce, the animals must have been fed mainly organic feed, no antibiotics were used, and the animals were not subject to genetic manipulation. It is important, however, not to go for an easy solution and think it is safe as long as one is consuming approved organic produce. As I have repeatedly stressed, the issue is how to improve soil and thus the intestinal environment. I suggest you develop a habit of constantly consulting with your own body. How does your physical condition change by changing your daily intake to environmental friendly products? Are you feeling lighter than before? Has your health improved? Or are you experiencing chronic discomfort? The condition in which intestines or soil are energized is a state full of the power of life. It is not easy for us, living in our modern technologically advanced society, to fully experience the energetic state with which a human being is endowed. Regrettably, the lifestyle of many people continues to lead them further away from their own full energetic life force. We must understand that the food we eat is life itself. We take in life from fruits and vegetables and transform it into our own life energy. Excessive use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers comprises the life energy available in the vegetable and fruits we eat. The value of enzymes becomes clear when we start to understand life energy. The reason why nutritional science in the US and Japan fails to sufficiently contribute to our health is because it is missing the concept of enzyme replenishing life energy. Life energy is the spine of our health. In a way, we have exchanged our own life force for a convenient and efficient lifestyle. The following is a story frequently quoted in Japan. A German physician, Dr. von Bertz, who contributed significantly to establishing modern medicine in Japan, recorded an interesting episode in his diary. When he traveled to Nikko, which is about 65 miles away from Tokyo, he reached the destination by changing horses 6 times and taking 14 hours. His travel companion, who used a rickshaw, arrived 30 minutes later without switching his rickshaw man. Mr. Bertz was surprised and checked that the rickshaw man had eaten. At what the rickshaw man had eaten. His meals consisted of balls of brown rice with pickled plums, spreading radish pickled in soybean paste, yellow pickled radish and such. He also learned that the rickshaw drivers habitually ate a meager diet consisted of mostly rice, barley, potatoes, millet, and the roots of lilies. with hardly a trace of animal foods. Dr. Burtz, who had been studying cutting-edge nutritional science, thought that surely the rickshaw man would have had more strength if he had eaten meat. Thus he hired two rickshaw men in their 20s and provided one a traditional diet mainly consisting of brown rice and the other with beef. When he conducted an experiment in which both men were to run rickshaws with a load of 80 kilograms, 176 pounds, the one whose diet was rich with rice balls continued running for 3 weeks, whereas the one with the diet of meat began too exhausted and had to quit after 3 days. Amazing. If you read history books, you will see countless examples of the power of meager meals among the Japanese. The notion that meat increases people's stamina is not based on a proper foundation. I urge you to be aware of nature's cycles and to learn the link between our intestines and the soil that nourishes our food crops, and between these and the work of microorganisms involved in their growth. Through such efforts, you will be able to see yourself what the new medical model should be. It should be based on nutritional science, and that nutritional science should be based on a thorough knowledge of enzymes and microbes. Your personal health care model should be based not on chemical and pharmaceutical war on microbes, but on knowledge of an appropriate appetite and appropriate use of supplements. I'll outline some suggestions of how you can improve your health by making peace with nature later in this book. But first, it is helpful for you to know more about how nature works, starting at the cellular level. And so chapter 3, it will go on to next time, is your innate immune system. All right. We've completed 2 chapters. We'll stop there for the evening. It's a little bit short, I know, but it's an interesting book, and I recommend all you get this. And his first one was the enzyme factor. It, too, is powerful. Thank you.